Did you know that there are tons of insider secrets to take your iPhone photography to the next level? Even if you don't have any special training or skills in photography? Well, there are. And by the time this video is over, I'll show you 7 tricks to make taking pictures or videos on your iPhone much better. Hi, I'm Jim Costa. I'm a videography, photography, and technology guru, and I'm here to make you a tech-savvy senior by sharing my iPhone and photography knowledge. Tip number 1 is swipe left from the lock screen to open your camera. Many people don't know that you can open the camera app quickly when your camera is locked by first waking the camera up by hitting the home button and then swiping left on the screen. This is a handy feature because oftentimes something to photograph comes up suddenly and you don't have time to unlock your camera and search through the screens to open the camera app and get set. Those critical seconds may be what it takes to either get the shot or miss it. Tip number 2 is to manually set focus. Your iPhone will attempt to focus itself, but it might not focus on what you want. By tapping the screen, you can tell the camera app exactly where on the screen that you want to focus, thus maintaining more creative control over the image. This is especially important when there's something close to the camera in the foreground and then something further away in the background. Tip number 3 is you can adjust the exposure manually as well. This is important when there's high contrast within the frame. Say if someone is sitting near a window but they're inside. To manually set the exposure, tap the screen. This will set the focus as mentioned in tip 2, but then swipe up or down on the screen to set the exposure itself. Tip number 4 is you can lock the focus and exposure. In the previous tips, I showed you how to set the focus and exposure. However, on the iPhone, once you set those and take a picture, the phone will automatically reset and you lose the adjustments that you had just made. To prevent this, tap and hold down the screen several seconds until you get the message at the top that's AE/AF lock, which is auto exposure, auto focus lock. Then you can take as many images as you like and the focus and exposure will remain the same and not reset after each image. To unlock the feature, simply tap the screen again. Tip number 5, you can use burst mode to take many images at once. This feature is great for high action shots, say sports, where there's a lot of movement. All you need to do is hold down the shutter or the volume buttons and take a burst of or large group of photos at once so you don't miss the action and you don't have to keep pressing down the shutter. You also get the option to keep all or only some of the images from the burst so you get just the exact shot or shots that you want. Tip 6 is, like I mentioned earlier, to use burst you can use the volume buttons to take pictures too. The volume buttons work in burst mode, like I mentioned, but also when taking just one image at a time. This is a nice feature when you want to keep both hands on the camera and keep it steady. And tip 7 is you can use the headphones to take images as well. If you happen to have an older iPhone, one that still has a headphone jack, you can use the volume buttons on the wired headphones to take images. I no longer have an older iPhone, so I can't show you this trick, but it still does work for older versions of the iPhone if you do happen to have one. If this makes sense to you, put tech-savvy seniors in the comments below. If you found the information I provided you in this video useful, please like it, comment below, share the video, and remember to subscribe to my channel, Jim Costa Films. If you would like more information on becoming a tech-savvy senior or to see other photos and videos, you can connect by looking for Jim Costa Films on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and online. I have over 4,000 videos on my YouTube channel, Jim Costa Films, so feel free to check it out and see many of my other videos, including other tech tips and commercials and things that I do. Now, I also have a new Facebook group. The group is called Video Producers and Content Creators. You can go on Facebook, request to join, and connect there with other video professionals to learn their pro tips and tricks.